Welcome to Yoga Your Heart Out with Deb. Please subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on a weekly yoga video, and check out yogayourheartoutwithdeb.com. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. So today we're going to be focusing on yoga after a day of standing and walking. Sometimes you might be on vacation, or you might be doing different things throughout your summer break if you are lucky enough to have a summer break. But this is the perfect video for you to pull out and do after a day of walking, or maybe like the next day after you were out for a day. Okay, so this video is designed for you if you spent a lot of time on your feet. Welcome. All you need is your body and your yoga mat, and let's get started. We're going to start in child's pose. So get on your hands and knees into a tabletop position. All right, bring your big toes together until they touch. Sit your butt back on your heels, and then slide your hands forward until your forehead rests on the mat. And your arms are overhead, palms down. Now, for some reason you want to adjust this pose or modify it a little bit, you could even grab a hand towel, rest your head up, elevated just slightly, or a yoga block if you want to. You know, there's a million different ways to do these poses, so feel free to adjust anything, even if I don't mention it and it feels good or intuitively right to you, then go for it. And just close your eyes. Try to block out visual distractions. That will help you turn your attention inward and focus and relax. So this stretch is really nice. It really gets into your lower back here. It's also nice because I'm not really free to look around, and that makes it easier for me to relax. And just notice what there is to feel. You know, maybe you're a little bit tense. You know, maybe you're relaxed. You can notice your physical state, notice your emotional state, not really making any judgments about it. Either way, it is what it is. It's just paying attention. And I want you to start breathing in and out through your nose. All right, but I want you to make those breaths really deep. So as you inhale through your nose, focus on filling up your lungs all the way, maximum capacity. And then exhale through your nose, let it all go. So you're starting to build this Ujjayi breath, this deep nose breathing, bottom belly breath, inhaling all the way. Exhaling all the way out, just massive inhales, massive exhales. And the nice thing about this breath is it really just calms everything down. If your mind is racing, your mind is busy, doing this breath will help slow it down as you have something to focus on. It relaxes your body physically, mentally. So this tool is our tool that we use as we go through a few poses to help us stay focused. And the more you breathe like this throughout your practice, the more relaxed you're going to feel. And like I said, this practice today is just designed for you after a day of walking, standing. You know, that can really take a toll on our bodies. Just walking and standing. And can cause stress in our bodies. Just that repetitiveness of our day. And so a little practice like this where we relax our mind and our body can be really nice. Good. So just keep breathing in and breathing out. Not in a hurry. All right. From here, just go ahead and take another massive inhale. On the exhale, just press it up. Hands and knees, tabletop position. Bring your wrists in line with your shoulders, your knees in line with your hips, and gaze down between your thumbs. So you're in a tabletop position. Press into your palms. Good, so you're not sinking down in your shoulders. You're nice and strong. And then inhale. Hammock your belly, press your butt out behind you, slide your shoulders away from your ears, and then look up slightly. Good. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. Massive inhales, massive exhales. Now on your next exhale, do the opposite. Tuck and dome your spine all the way up. And then inhale, hammock your belly, moving just a little bit faster. Exhale, tuck and dome the spine. Inhale, hammock your belly. Exhale, tuck and dome the spine. And find neutral spine, tabletop position, and then just kind of shake it out or twist and turn a little bit. Okay, whatever feels okay. All right, now from here, look at your toes, tuck them underneath, and I want you to press your butt to the sky so you're in this downward facing dog. Spread your fingers wide, press your fingers into the mat. Good, press your chest back towards your thighs, and make sure your head is just dangling free. No tension here, just relaxing your head, relaxing your neck. Just feel the stretch on the back side of your body, your calves, your back, your shoulders. Just take a moment here. Your feet might be really close together, side by side. They might be hip width distance apart. Mine are hip width distance apart, whatever feels right. Your heels probably are floating off of the mat. If you can't get your legs all the way straight, no big deal. Alright, it's just about sensation and breathing. If you need to set your knees down for a moment, feel free. If you're not used to doing a down dog, this can be challenging to hold. So we're just holding it here for a few breaths, breathing bottom belly breaths in and out through our nose. I know that sometimes it can be a little more challenging when we're upside down or in different positions. Just do the best that you can. Breathe in and breathe out. Nice job. I want you to unplug your hands and walk them back to meet your feet. Good. And if your hands don't want to touch the mat because your legs and hamstrings are tight, you can bring your hands up to your shins if you want, or your ankles. It doesn't matter. Okay, if you want to have a little bend in your knees, you can do that too. Now from here, take your feet as wide as your mat. All right, so you're in this more of a wide leg forward fold. Again, your hands can be on your shins, your ankles, or the mat. Relax your head, relax your neck. So stretching out that back side of your body. The straighter your legs, the more you'll feel it in your hamstrings. If you want to feel a little more in your lower back, feel free to bend your knees just a little bit, stretch it out. Maybe do a little bit of both, whatever you need. So right now I'm just in that opposite motion. If I were spending the day walking and standing, right, this is like almost the complete opposite. I'm bent over, stretching the backside of my body. And so that can feel kind of nice. All right, I want you to unplug your hands. Keep your feet wide, but walk your hands back out to that downward facing dog, but with your feet nice and wide. Good. Press your fingers into the mat. Press your chest back. Shake your head yes and no. Make sure your head is dangling free. Breathe massive inhales. Good. Just feel it in your calves. That nice stretch in your calves. All right. Unplug your hands. Walk them back. So you're in that wide leg standing forward fold again. Again, your hands might be on your shins, your ankles, maybe they're on the mat. And breathe. Nice job. Okay, go ahead and walk your hands. Keep your feet wide. Walk your hands back to downward facing dog. Good. Press into it. Press your chest back. Fingers press into the mat. Nice job. Now go ahead and bring your feet closer together so you're in a more of a traditional downward facing dog. Unplug your hands and walk them back just a few inches, maybe 5 inches. Just enough so you can take your right hand and grab onto your left ankle.
Turn your gaze under your left arm so you're getting this little twist in the down dog. Breathe. Stay nice and strong in that left arm. Press into the mat with the left hand. Really support yourself. Take another massive inhale. Release your right hand and switch it out. Left hand on right ankle. Gaze under your right shoulder. Twist opposite side. Again, stay nice and strong on the right hand, the right palm. Supporting yourself. Good. Take another inhale and release it. Go ahead and walk your hands back out just a few inches so you're in that traditional downward facing dog. Take your feet wide, unplug your hands and walk them back to that wide leg forward fold. We've been here before. But from here, a little bit different. You're going to take your heels in and your toes are going to go out, and you're going to bend your knees, squatting down to this Malasana Yogi squat. Good. So this can be pretty intense in your hips here. If you want to keep your hands down on the mat for support, feel free. If you want to roll up the back of your mat and put it under your heels to support your heels, feel free. Your heels may or may not touch the ground here. Okay, so how deep you go might depend on a lot of things. It might be just your natural flexibility, how you're built, how you're put together, injuries you've had. So many factors can come into play on how you look visually in this pose. So know whatever you look like might be different than what I look like, or different than someone else that you've seen do this pose, and that's okay. I want you to really just turn your attention inward to the sensations you're feeling and adjust this pose. There's no strict right or wrong way to do it. Okay? Put your hands heart center only if it feels right. If it feels right, you can take your elbows and press them into your inner thighs. Try to get straight with your back as much as you can. Shoulders down away from your ears if you're here, gazing straight ahead. If you need to get out, you can get out. Otherwise, I'm going to hold here for 5 massive breaths. Good job. Keep breathing halfway there. All right, on your next exhale, bring your hands down. Slowly straighten your legs out. Coming back to that wide forward fold. Again, hands might be on shins, hands might be on the mat. It doesn't matter. Go ahead and walk your hands back out to a downward facing dog with wide feet. Good. Press into it. Press your chest back. And then I want you to drop your knees. Bring your big toes together. Widen your knees and sit back into a child's pose where we started from. Good. Take a couple breaths here. Breathe. All right. We're going to do 2 more of those Malasana Yogi squats, just with a little break in between, just so you know what's coming. So take another massive inhale, rise it up, tuck your toes underneath, butt to the sky, take your feet wide, walk your hands back to the back of the mat, turn your heels in, toes out, slowly bend your knees, squatting it down. Again, Malasana squat. Maybe your hands are on the mat, maybe they're heart center. Shoulders away from your ears, get nice and tall in your spine, gazing forward, 5 massive breaths. Focus on your breathing. A little uncomfortableness is okay as long as you're not hurting. Try to stay calm. If you can't stay calm, that means get out early. Let calmness be your boundary today. Take another massive inhale. When you're ready, release your hands. Straighten your legs out. Good. Take a moment and then walk your hands back out to that downward facing dog. Press into it. Drop your knees. Bring your big toes together. Knees stay wide. Sit it back. Child's pose. Take a moment here. Good job. We have 1 more of that. deep, intense hip stretching. So good for you. So good for relieving that tension. So in yoga, we often find ourselves uncomfortable, but not in a bad way. So that's why we really got to tune in to our bodies. In a bad way for me means like I'm hurting myself, I'm in pain. I'm never looking for that spot. I'm always just looking for that spot where I'm getting a nice stretch, like I can tell it's good for me. It's hard to hold, but when I'm done, my body will feel more relaxed because I'll have released some tension in it. And so sometimes it requires us to breathe calmly through those moments of uncomfortableness. And when I go to that yogi squat, that malasana squat, I get there quickly because it's such an intense stretch. And I know that doesn't mean I'm doing it wrong. It's just my opportunity to release tension and practice staying calm at the same time. But again, that calmness boundary or that level of tension and what you feel is very different from person to person. So I want you to really pay attention to your body and the cues that it's giving you and listen to it. Good. Take another inhale and come all the way up. Tuck your toes, butt to the sky, downward facing dog. All right, release your hands. Take your feet wide. Good. Come all the way back, heels in, toes out, squat it down for our last Malasana Yogi squat. You can bring your hands heart center only if you want to. Stay nice and tall, shoulders down. You got it. Breathe. 5 breaths. Deep, massive inhales. Deep, massive exhales. Good. Take another massive inhale. On the exhale, hands down. Release it. Good. Stay in this standing forward fold with your feet wide. Maybe hands on the mat, maybe on your shins. Relax your head, relax your neck. Let's just take a few extra breaths here. Nice job. All right. Now go ahead and walk your hands out. Downward facing dog. Bring your feet together. So you're in that upside down V position, traditional downward facing dog. Good. Take another massive inhale. Drop to your knees. We're going to transition onto our backs. We're going to take a nice supine twist. So you're going to go all the way down. Grab your knees, hug them into your chest. I want you to hang on to your left knee, let your right leg go straight. Take your right hand on your left knee and let your left arm come out to the left. Scoot your hips to the left just slightly as you guide your left knee over to the right. Good. Try to relax your body. Take your left palm up to the sky. Turn your head towards the left if that feels okay on your neck. And just relax. This is just a gentle twist. My left knee is not needing to be touching the mat. It's nothing extreme, just a nice little stretch. Good, and after you find the perfect place where you're comfortable, turn your attention back to your breathing and really focus on it and see if you can get that breath nice and deep as you inhale. Release it gently all the way out through your nose. You're just completely filling up the lungs and you're completely emptying the lungs every time you breathe. So this type of breathing takes a lot of focus, a lot of concentration, and a lot of practice. Nice job. I'm going to say about 5 more massive breaths here. And you can always close your eyes. My eyes are closed. I love closing my eyes in these twists. There's just something very relaxing about it.
go ahead and come to the center. Grab both knees into your chest. Give them a little squeeze, just stretching that lower back. Let the left leg go. Hang on to your right knee. Take your left hand onto your right knee. Right arm opens up to the right with your palm facing the ceiling. Go ahead and scoot your hips to the right just slightly, just so you can help guide your right knee over to the left. Good. And then if it feels okay on your neck, turn your gaze to the right. And again, this is just a gentle stretch. I don't need to be extreme. I'm not trying to fully twist my knee into the ground or anything like that. All right, so you just feel it out. Enjoy the stretch. Close your eyes and focus. Use that breath to help you focus on the present moment. Massive inhale, fill your lungs. Massive exhale, let it go all the way through your nose, empty everything out. Let's say 5 more massive inhales here and exhales. Nice job. Take a massive inhale. Come all the way to the center and bring your knees into your chest. Really squeeze them in. Good. All right. Now just let it go for a moment. Legs straight. Now we're going to go into our final pose. Traditionally, it's this Shavasana pose that we're in right now. Legs straight, arms down by your sides. But I'm going to give you an alternative pose that you could do if you do not want to do this one, which can be very restorative and nice and relaxing. It's legs up the wall. So feel free to stay here, but if you want to get ready for legs up the wall, you can adjust your mat and bring it closer to a wall that you have, or a door or something close where you could actually take your legs up the wall comfortably. I'm going to move my mat just a little bit over next to these fabulous cupboards I have here in the garage. All right, and I'm going to lie down and I'm going to bring my legs up the wall. All right, so you're going to scoot close enough just so you can angle your legs up the wall. It's up to you how close you get to the wall. Just get wherever you're comfortable. And your arms can be down by your sides, out to your sides, over your head, or your hands could be on your belly, just whatever is comfortable. So this is how I'm going to take Shavasana here. So again, if you're not comfortable with legs up the wall, just go to the traditional Shavasana pose that we were in just before this. And in these final moments of our sequence, we're just going to find some peacefulness by closing our eyes. You can let go of that deep breathing and just breathe naturally. All right, you're going to fully relax. Try to keep your mind present. Close your eyes, block out the distractions. And sometimes, if you're having a hard time focusing and keeping your mind present, something you can do is just focus on how you're feeling physically. Starting with your toes, the arches of your feet, and just kind of scan your body and reflect on how every little part of your body is doing. All right, so we're going to do as much as we can to keep our minds present. We're not falling asleep. We're not taking a nap. We're conscious, but we're present. So enjoy these last few moments of the class in Shavasana or legs up the wall.
right. If you want to stay and legs up the wall or Shavasana longer, please feel free. Just because this video is coming to a close does not mean you need to stop what you're doing. If you're in a good place, stay there. And just know and remember that when you are ready, to get up very, very slowly. All right, so just transition. I'm going to bend my knees. I'm going to just kind of roll to one side and just gently bring myself up. And you can get out any way you want. You're at home, probably, which gives you a lot of freedom and time, I hope. So thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you feel more relaxed and free, and I hope you have an amazing day. Please subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on a weekly video. And check out the wide variety and selection of videos I have on this channel, so you can focus and choose one that best suits you for whatever day you're having. I hope you have an amazing day. Thanks for practicing with me. Namaste.